Welcome back, Frac Crew. I'm Jared with Frac Daddy Barbecue. Today, I'm going to show you how to smoke a perfect medium rare prime rib on a pellet grill. So yesterday, Melissa and I, we went to our favorite place on earth, HEB Central Market, and we picked up this beautiful 3-bone prime rib. I had the butcher debone it, tie it back up, retruss it. It will save you a lot of time. So if you happen to go to your butcher, ask them to do that for you. They'll be more than happy to. So first off, we're going to start off with is some good old W sauce. I'm going to use this as a binder like I always do for any cuts of my beef. It just helps your rub stick to this beautiful cut even better. You just want to add a slight smear to it, not too much. It's also going to add a little bit of umami flavors because Worcestershire has a little bit of anchovy. We're going to be seasoning this up with some primetime beef from PS Seasonings. Now, I did the Liberty and I put it in the shaker because it's going to make that easier. Now, with this primetime beef, it's got some salt, some garlic, some onion, some beef, parsley, some buttery notes. And I tell you what, I think it's really going to go great with this prime rib. So if you want to get yourself some PS Seasoning, go check out PS Seasoning and put in Frac Daddy, all capital letters, and you'll get a discount from them. You just want to add a very good amount of this seasoning because this prime rib is almost 8 pounds. So now I'm going to come back with a second layer of this pretty much like an all-purpose seasoning. It's got salt, pepper, some garlic, and what this is going to do, this is going to add a beautiful crust as if you would like you had on a brisket. So if you wanted to make your own all-purpose seasoning, you do equal parts salt, equal parts pepper, and then you do it by 1/4 of onion and garlic, and you'll have a great all-purpose rub. So we're out here at my Green Mountain Grill, my gym buoy, and I got this thing running at 225 degrees, and we're going to be using post oak to smoke this prime rib. So I got my prime rib in here, bone side down. We're going to start cooking it. I'm going to put a probe in here, and we're going to monitor the temperature, and when we hit 80 degrees, we're going to flip it to where we get even cooking. With this prime rib, we're going to be making a garlic butter herb basting. And as y'all saw, we have a 8 ounce of Kerrygold butter. This stuff is amazing. So I'm going to put this whole thing of Kerrygold in there. And then in here, I have 2 sprigs of rosemary and a couple sprigs of thyme that we're just going to put in here. Now we're going to come back with some minced garlic. You got to have garlic with prime rib. So then we're going to come back with some Worcestershire sauce. Like I said, this goes perfect with beef, just a couple dashes. Now we're going to go out there, put this on the smoker, and with some of my leftover herbs, I made us a little basting brush. This is going to be perfect. So we're back outside, and the prime rib internal temperature hit 80 degrees. At this point, we're going to turn it upside down, and we're going to rotate it so it does even cooking. You have it all the way through. So let's come in here and take a look. Tell you what, y'all, look at this beautiful crust that is forming on here with that salt and pepper and that primetime beef. Oh my goodness. Let's flip her over now. Oh yeah. Now we're gonna let it go till it hits an internal temperature of 115. So after 4 hours and 20 minutes cooking at 225, this beautiful prime rib is done. I truly wish y'all could smell how wonderful this is. And you can see that beautiful crust formed from that nice salt and pepper extra that we put on here, plus basting it in butter, just helped this thing to perfection. Now I got 2 pieces of foil here. I'm just going to tint this to kind of let it rest. So you just want to still let it cool down. And what this is going to do, it's going to let all the juices suck back into this meat so it's nice and moist. So this prime rib's been resting for about a half hour. That is one of the most important parts of this cook that you can do, is letting it rest. Now let's cut it open and see how we did to show you that perfect medium rare. Let's take my trusty carving knife and let's cut right down the center and see how we did. As y'all can tell, with cooking it at this low temperature, like Roland described in our first video we did, this is like a butter fat. So this is going to be very, very tender, buttery, and oh my god, my mouth is watering. This is probably the best prime rib I have done. So let's cut us up a slice and let's give her a try. Oh man, this thing cuts like butter. Oof. Cut us off a little piece right here. As Roland likes to call this is the spinalis, which is your most tender part. It's going to be amazing. So we also have us a creamy horseradish that I made. I'm going to try it without the horseradish, then with the horseradish. So with that, you definitely pick up the smoke, very subtle smoke. You get buttery flavors, you get some garlic, you get some parsley. Prime time beef complements this prime rib. Amazing. Now if anybody asks, I'm a horseradish kind of guy. That creamy horseradish complements this beef perfectly. Tell you what, y'all need to go check out that video we did of this. Absolutely amazing. So if you guys want to try some of this PS Seasonings primetime beef, we'll leave a link for you to go check it out. And also, if you want to check out my other prime rib video we did, we'll leave a link for that. And if you want to check out the brisket, go check that out as well. And until then, you guys have a happy holidays.